to walk through how you can solve this system of equations using the template that I am supplying for you guys. The template has room for working out 4 questions, so just look at each column. So if we look at this example here, you write those 2 equations that you're solving the system, finding the solution of, in that first box. Then it asks you, is one of the equations solved for either x or y? And if not, you need to solve one of those equations for x or y. So I can solve either of those equations for x or y. In this case, one of them looks a little easier though, or a lot easier. So I'm going to solve this one for x or y. And let's just solve it for x. So x plus y equals 9. So if I subtract y from both sides, then I end up with x equals 9 minus y. So now that I have that, I am going to circle it. And this is the one that I am going to substitute into the other equation. So I'm just going to cross off that original one, and this is my new one here. And so I'm going to substitute, since I know that x is 9 minus y, I'm going to substitute it in. So 2 times x, well, x is 9 minus y. I'm going to put that in parentheses. Minus 3y equals negative 12. The only thing that is different here is that instead of x, I wrote 9 minus y. Instead of 2 times x, I wrote 9 minus y. Now, if there are parentheses, it says to distribute. So I'm going to distribute this. 2 times 9 is 18. 2 times negative y is negative 2y. And I have my negative 3y equals negative 12. So the only thing that changed is that I distributed. Now I'm going to look at each side of the parentheses and see if there's any like terms I can combine. And if I look over here on the left side, I see, oh, there's this negative 2y and this negative 3y. If I combine those two, it's negative 5y. And I still have my 18. And I still have my equals negative 12. Now, if there's any variables on, the y is on both sides of the equal sign, then I would first collect all those variables on one side. But in this case, all of my y's are on the left side, so I actually don't have to do anything here. So I'm just going to start solving. So when I solve this one for y, I'm going to first move that 18, so I'm going to subtract 18 from both sides. So that ends up with negative 5y equals negative 30. And now I'm going to divide by negative 5 to undo multiplying by negative 5. And I end up with y equals 6. So y equals 6, that's one of my answers. Now I just need to figure out what x equals, and I'm going to use this. I know that x is 9 minus y. So if y equals 6 and x is 9 minus y, here I'm going to start with what I say, start with what you found, what you starred or circled. X equals, was it 9 minus y? And y equals 6. So y equals 6, so I'm substituting that in. So x must equal 3. So what my solution is, I found out that x equals 3 and y equals 6. This is the solution to both of those equations, or I can write it as a coordinate. When x equals 6, y equals, or when x equals 3, y equals 6.